rolling like a geezer.
Hey, everybody. It's amazing I'm still alive, but I am. 10 hours of streaming yesterday. What an epic marathon. But I want to thank everybody because I know most of you in the chat probably backed the campaign last night, yesterday and last night. And I want to thank you guys for making it such a fantastic launch, very successful launch. And it is the season for promotion. So you're going to be seeing that, that trailer quite a bit. But you are tuned in to GRAYBEARD'S studio. Today we're doing you guessed it, a Wraith of God special, all part of the promotional cycle. So we have a full crew, thankful for. I was telling the guys, last night I was drinking like Snapple iced tea, right? Because I thought, well, I'll get some caffeine in me and I'll stay awake, which helped really well until I tried to go to bed last night and was still laying there at 2 a.m. My eyes wide open, but I did get a little shut eye and we are back doing it all over again. So let's bring in the crew and have a good old time. You know him, you love him. It's David Williams. There he is. Yeah. Who was it? Hemingway that wrote The Old Man and the Sea? Well, this is me writing See the Old Man. It's Gary Martin. Yeah. The trumpet has returned. All right. And everybody welcome Joan Rivers. It's Dan Lawless. There he is. And,
I can't outdo that.
Yeah, I know. It's Gary always comes prepared with his party favors and noisemakers. So, all right. This should be I don't know if it's going to be an easier episode than any of the other ones, but we didn't do a poll this week. We decided, Dan actually suggested it. It wasn't my idea. It was Dan said, let's promote Wraith of God. Let's do a Wraith of God episode. So that's what we're going to do. So
advertising, promotion, sell,
circus barkering, whatever it is. So that's what we're going to do today. We'll dig into that in a little bit, but let's address the chat here. And oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Wraith of God, number 2.
It's backwards.
I know. Hang on a second.
It's that crazy camera stuff, man. Backwards and out of focus. What more could you ask for?
There you go.
And I'll take the focus off.
When I was doing this year's or this issue of Wraith of God, I did the Marvel 1972 Marvel box cover. And I hadn't realized that I had actually done one from every campaign. And so now it's going to be a regular thing. It's like I've
How
done
many
one
pages?
doing it.
How many pages are these things?
That one is 84 pages.
Yeah.
Blood Hunters was 104 pages, something like that. Couldn't be 103. It would have been
So it's really, that's the thing. People are like, oh, you buy your book. It's like people forget these are 4 comic books.
Yeah.
For the price for $25, 4 comic books.
These aren't comics.
Great story. This finish, if you can't see the finish, you guys, it's a matte finish. It actually feels really interesting to the touch. Such
doesn't
quality.
leave fingerprints and doesn't reflect the light, so you can hold it up in the camera.
I mean, just a quality. It's a quality book. I mean, it's just amazing, amazing value for sure. And of course,
wow, I didn't have to pay Dan to say that.
I'm sorry. I'm going to sell this stuff because I'm sick of people not underselling their work. You know what I mean? It's like same with the God, like John doesn't sell it. Sell it.
Sell
it. And another thing is too, it's kind of hard to sell your own work. Like you can't sit there and go, oh, I'm great. This is great. But I can say it's great.
I appreciate it, Dan.
Does that.
So I'm going to do that.
Gary, your mic's a little low. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
We can hear that better than the
Yeah, we can hear you.
voice
We can hear
memos that you make.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate that plug. Let's jump in the chat here, see who's here. Corum. He says, show some ankle on Esther. That's the new thing. That's the sexy Esther picture with her showing her ankle.
Olden days, glimpse of stock.
It was 1883, you guys. She's a nice Christian woman. She's not going to be wearing a mini skirt running around the old West. Sorry to disappoint. Creative Faye is here. She says, I'll draw along to this. Love the Wraith. Thanks again, guys. You're all the best. Thank you so much, Creative Faye.
Hey. Great interview with Creative Faye, actually, by the way.
Yeah, so did I.
So I think that's up, I believe, on her channel.
Yeah. Skull Nasher's here. He says, I need Kelsey back to draw them Esther ankles. No one has heard from Kelsey still. So we have no Kelsey updates. It's a very strange and unique thing, but I've had people actually now, like other pros, messaging me going, have you heard from Kelsey? I'm like, no, nothing.
I know I've had people ask me too, do you know anything? I'm like, nope.
No idea. But someday, it'll be like Christmas. Kelsey will come down your chimney, and there he'll be. He'll return. So anyway, Gary, some people were kind of upset last night that we never got to your extra, what's Gary's beef that you were going to do for the launch stream.
I'll do that one today.
Okay. All right.
You look like you got a beef right now. Looks like you're warming up for it.
Yeah. Well, Gary's always a little bit angry. Isn't that like what the Hulk said in the Avengers movie? He goes, that's my secret. I'm always angry. See, that's Gary.
So it doesn't take much to come up with material.
Push you over the edge.
Lone Star Vipers here. Well-read comics. Will the Night of the Living Kelsey resurrect for this stream? See, it's just like everybody's wondering. Sequential Treasures is in the house. One slick dude. Henry Bemis. Randy Howell, all the way from Canada. He says Wraith hit 40K in the next 40 minutes, or for the first 20. Can Wraith hit 40K? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Yeah. Especially after that great sales pitch Dan just gave. I mean, why the heck not? Repairman Jack Stealth X5 is here. And he did confirm that I am pronouncing his name right. It is Stealth X5, not Stealth times 5, like Shane Davis says. Just throwing it out there.
I wonder if he's a Jerry and Sylvia Anderson fan.
What's that?
I wonder if he's a Jerry and Sylvia Anderson fan. Remember
I don't even know what that means.
The Marionation, Fireball XL5.
Oh,
Captain
I see.
Scarlet.
See, now you're talking like manga crap. I have no idea what you're talking about. Lloyd Burton is here. He says, have a wonderful day, Aaron. Just upgraded my tier selection. Congrats. Well, thank you, Lloyd. Appreciate that very much. Marcus Killagoop, purveyor of all things pop culture knowledge, is here. Bloody Drake, Pantheon, Citizen Ronan. Let's see. Dan, the Pizza Man Genovese, is joining us. One slick dude. They're just telling me how late I was. We were chatting in the back, as guys want to do at times. Pity Ma is here. Zeno the Stoic is joining us. Venom Bite. Watch out for him. Rand Arrington. Fox Mulder is joining us. And of course. I always
think that's a thing.
We knew it. You outed yourself.
Flipper
the rumors are true. Yeah.
And of course, Stealth X5 for $2 says hello. Thank you, Stealth. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm getting clipped again. Best Age Comics is here. Katie Did's channel is joining us. Thanks, Katie, for joining us. Shannon SL311 couldn't be more than 114. I don't know what that means, but there you go. Kelraiser is joining us. Amanda B. Amanda B says, why didn't you make that Wraith Nouveau a cover? And I was like, Amanda, that would be like 5 covers. I've got to draw the line someplace. So let's see. Angela Chocolates Curry is here. I'll just call her Chocolates Curry from now on. Z Comics is joining us. Headless Bourgeoisie. Randy Howell for $2 Canadian says, can we have Esther go undercover as a saloon gal? You guys are horrible. You're trying to ruin Esther's fine reputation.
Okay, that would be a good side story where she's doing her own investigation, and she
That's
has
right.
to
It goes terribly wrong.
dress up like a sporting girl.
You know, I actually here's something funny. In Blood Hunters, I originally had an opening where I had her kind of dressed provocatively to kind of lure a vampire out, and I had this whole opening scene with it, but it just I didn't think it worked, and so I ended up just canning the whole thing and doing a different opening. But
Did you run it by other people? It's maybe
no,
work
I
for
never
us.
do that. I don't want other people's opinions. You know what you get when you ask 5 people their opinions? You get 5 different opinions. So it's kind of like, what good is that? So
Yeah, well,
no,
maybe you didn't find the young lady attractive.
well, no, I'm not saying that. It's just the way that it set up the story. It didn't really work the way I want, and so I just had to get rid of it. But it was kind of a funny.
Gotta go sacrifice it.
Yeah. Glitches here. Oh, let's see. There's Green Laser, of course.
You should sound more enthusiastic.
Dude, I am running on. I am running on fumes right now.
The glitches here. So try that again, Aaron.
Okay. Hey, the glitches here, and look, I
There
see
you go.
Green Laser in the crowd. There's Amanda B with a smiley face. Henry Bemis, of course. Yeah, I'm kind of running on fumes right now. Let's see here. Did I say one slick dude? I think I did. Paulus Arts. How about that, Gary? Did that seem like?
Yes, there you go.
Paulus Arts.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Pity Ma. We said the Art of Roy's here. Sequential artiste, and then I guess that's everybody. And if I missed you, I'm sorry, but you know, what can I do?
Yeah, Aaron's not firing on all cylinders today.
I got to see this drawing. It's gonna be like
playing possum. Playing possum. I'm gonna come in strong.
I blame Stanley.
All right, so you guys, let's do a little show and tell if anybody's got anything. Maybe not. I don't know. David, you got anything you want to share with us?
I do, but show Gary's or Dan's first.
All right.
I don't really have anything actually.
Find
something.
This is like a. Oh, you know, did I show you guys that I picked this up? Oh, Gary's ready. Okay, we'll go with Gary. Oh, no, wait a minute. Is this Dave Gibbons?
Yeah, a couple of shows ago we were talking about Dave Gibbons, and that I had linked him a couple of times, and then I doing Creative Face YouTube channel. She asked me for some older work, and I found that. It's from the Amalgam trading card set.
Oh, is that what the? Because I remember that character being one of the Amalgam characters, the Captain America, and was it Superman? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what these trading cards are. It's from that set, and I guess he liked what I had done on that Brave and Bold Batman, and so he asked for me. I don't know why he couldn't ink this himself, but that was, inking Dave Gibbons is always a huge thrill.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
So anyway, lots of fun. And then here's a commission that someone, a friend of the show who happens to be in the chat as we speak.
Okay.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Look at that.
It's like more real than real.
Yeah.
Surreal. I call it was like surreal.
Yeah, it's so real. It's surreal.
That's the word for it. Actually, surreal.
Yeah.
When you
This is all gray tones, all cross-hatched.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's insane.
Nice.
So it's like an armored Batman version.
Incredibly dramatic too. I mean, it's really, really nice.
Yeah, all about the shadows, baby.
It is. It is. So Dan, you have nothing or something?
Oh yeah, actually I do. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Doggy.
Hey, buddy.
This is Lila.
What kind of dog is that?
I don't know. We're watching her for the first time.
Where
are you going, buddy? Nobody can see you. Put your head up.
Shy.
Camera shy. Watch when I stop petting, then she'll come back. Oh,
Yep,
she kicks my hand hits my hand like, come on, slacker, let's go.
Yep. My dog does the same thing. And I finally
But she is just as sweet as pie, man. This is such an easy dog to have. So I can only watch the easy ones there.
So you guys, is that like a side job for you? Is a dog sitting?
Just friends, like
Well, it seems like you guys are always dog sitting.
Not really.
Well,
Hang on a second.
have you ever had a?
He's gone. Oh,
I'm asking anybody who's listening. Anybody ever had a honey stinger energy waffle?
No, what the hell is that?
No.
No, Shelly got
Never
these
seen it.
salted caramel, gluten free.
Oh, that
So-
reminds me, we have to do an episode of What's in David's Trash today. So David,
No, we
just
don't.
get ready.
I still have not got that sound put on that thing.
You know what? I was about to buy some chicken wings today and eat them on the show, but they didn't have it.
Yeah. Wing bones in your trash can.
Yeah. So next time.
Next time. Fox Mulder for 20. Thank you, Fox. Appreciate that very much. He says, I was able to purchase the Nouveau original art. Fantastic. I'm glad you got a piece. And I backed the 4-cover secret tier. Does that include the print itself, or would I need to back that separately? Would want to display the art and the print together. You know what, Fox? Since you bought the original art,
That's what I was going to
throw in
say.
the print.
That's what I was going to say. You buy the original art, you should get something for free.
Yeah, I'll throw in the print for free. Don't sweat it. Do send me a message or remind me I just said that, so I can put it on the list of special requests for Wraith of God 3 that's already going because I had. But thank you, Fox. Appreciate it very, very much. I made so many stupid little mistakes on like the secret tiers and things like that I had to go in and fix this morning and send out new links. And I need to hire like somebody who's like really
That's good at doing that stuff.
Yeah, that's like focused on, they can do like tedious work without it getting like bogging them down and getting confused. And because
can you not use like the previous campaigns as a template?
Yeah, you can, but that's the problem. There's so many little things you have to change that if you forget one thing, it screws the whole thing up, which is what I did. Because I was like, oh, make a duplicate perk, sure. And then I was like, oh, yes, I changed this and this, but I forgot to change that. And, just dumb stuff.
I have trouble with stuff like that. I mean, even if I'm shipping 2 things, I have to make sure the right artwork is in the right address. And it's am I sending?
Yeah, I know. I'm constantly.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had 2 drawings to send out this week. So that happened to me, yeah.
All right. So David's got some artwork. What are we looking at, David?
Just a sneak peek at another page from Fear Summoners issue 2.
I was like, why have I seen that before? And I remember why now.
Yeah, I was laboring.
I saw the layout.
Yeah.
That's a really nice page. There's a lot going on there.
I redid this page over and over and over because I was in my head. But anyway, that's not what I mainly want to show you. I want to show some old stuff. But since we're doing like a Western, this was the first Western I worked for at Marvel. It was Philadelphia, Philly.
What the heck? I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, and it was an old Marvel character when they did some Westerns way back in the day. And then they had a assistant editors month thing going on, and they allow the assistant editors to write a story. So this person did this quick story, and I was tasked to do the art. So I did some kind of character designs on some line paper and stuff, trying to figure out what she looks like and stuff like that.
So you just use whatever paper's lying around.
Yeah, pretty much.
That woman's face, I just love how it's almost a continuous line on her face going all over.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Very expressive too. I love
it. Kind of petty-esque.
And look at Spencer Tracy.
Spencer Tracy.
Yep, that's right. Since the character's name is Spencer, I say, let me use Spencer Tracy.
That's right. He's dead. He can't sue me.
Yeah. But I didn't make it look like that in the actual book because they were saying, "Could you, tone it down a bit?" I was like, all right, whatever.
Look at this guy.
And I based this off of what's his name?
I don't know.
What's the actor?
The Rosebud guy.
Yes,
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles. Thank you. So he's my bad guy in here. But
I was thinking that guy from Indiana Jones, like that.
Ooh, Rice Davies.
I met him. I met him when I was working at Consumer Products, and he banked at the same bank. And the whole time I was just like, should I talk to him and nerd out about Lord of the Rings? Nah.
He's conservative, actually.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Whereas Aragorn, the other guy, was really liberal.
Oh boy.
I'm sure.
So these are the pages that I did, and I did the whole thing in brush. It was a Japanese brush that I found that had ink in it, but I inked the whole thing with that. So I refused to use pen because I wanted it to look kind of retro.
Mm-hmm.
So I did really super loose layouts, and I was literally just drawing with the ink and just slapping it on. And they needed this really fast, and you could almost
That's
tell.
cool.
I love those faces.
I didn't know you did this.
Yeah.
Great. This is what I miss sometimes. If you can draw well, then you can go in and get those expressions, and you can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I love this.
So was this its own book, or where did this?
Yeah, it appeared in one of these Marvel books, Philadelphia Philly. You can look it up.
Okay.
Someone has the name of it. It was with a bunch of other stories, but this was in it. And I was kind of trying to treat it like animation storyboards, just really trying to knock it out and stuff like that.
No, it looks great, man.
How many pages can you do a day in this style?
In this style, I knocked this out. I got this one out in a week because they wanted it like really fast.
Wow.
But can I do that now? No. I don't even know why this is in here. This is weird. I had some other things I wanted to show you guys. Some covers. Yeah. There you go. These are my first Fantastic Four covers I did.
Wow, your first stuff, huh?
Oh. So it was like is that on the regular series, or was it like a offshoot miniseries thing, or what was it?
Fantastic Four Adventures. The
kids thing. Yeah, those are great.
I don't think I've ever seen this one.
I haven't either.
Yeah, it looks great. What year would that be then?
Gosh.
Approximately.
Well, it would have been 2000 and let's see, probably about like 6.
Oh, 6. Yeah, 2006.
Who's that dude?
I'm trying to think when I was doing those covers for the Avengers.
Yeah. Don't take my picture.
Yeah.
And look at the abs on the thing.
I know, right? This is the first time I ever drew Thing, and I was just like, it was so wrong. I wouldn't do any of these characters how they look now. But looking,
you know what though, the face is what matters, and that's what you got right. That's
that's perfect.
His face reminds the villain's face reminds me of an Art Adams look.
Yeah, I was kind of going for that kind of vibe.
Was Panisha your editor on this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, remember this, Gary?
Oh yeah.
Unused Batman cover. They paid us for it and everything. So
yeah.
They didn't use that?
No. They just kept it as an inventory cover and never used it.
I got one Wonder Woman cover floating around that never got used.
That's all.
Well, that's
Nice.
a lot. That's some good looking stuff.
Thanks.
There you go.
Very cool.
All right. Well, let's get drawn before I fall asleep. So David, you're dipping into my universe here, the Wraith of God universe. What do you got plans on today?
This guy right there.
The werewolf. All right, cool.
The werewolf.
All right.
Or it could be this whore right here.
Well, you could, whichever you feel.
Don't hold back, David, on what you really think.
Should I not be flipping through this? It's
Horror.
spoilers.
Well, I don't know. People haven't read it. You don't want to give away the ending.
Okay. I won't. All right. So yeah, I think I'm gonna draw that guy.
All right. Dan, what are you thinking?
I'm going to draw the Wraith. I'm going to draw a particular view I don't usually see. I'm going to see if it's going to work or not. So
See, I figure I pegged you for doing Esther for sure.
I want to do. Like I said, I got an idea in my head, and I think I want to try it.
All
I'm
right.
going to draw a horse. One thing. That's going to be the thing.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not going that far.
Yeah.
Let's back off a little bit, pal. No, see, what I was supposed to do yesterday was I'm auctioning, not auctioning. A lot. There's the first, I think it's 396, something like the backers. Anyway, everybody that backed up till midnight last night is part of this lottery system that's going to win this Wraith drawing that I was supposed to be doing yesterday on the stream, but didn't really get around to doing it. So I'm doing it today. So this is the one that's going to be one lucky winner out of those guys that backed yesterday. My dear old 93-year-old mother is going to pick the winner blindly, of course. She's
Should I go ahead and let the cat out of the bag and just tell everyone so they don't get their hopes up that artwork's going to me?
Yeah, Gary was the first backer last night. So no. So Dan and I will both be doing the Wraith, but probably different poses. Normally I would do Esther, get a big shotgun action, but I promised a Wraith, and I'm going to deliver a Wraith.
Well, are you doing a horse with yours? Because I'm doing a horse.
No.
Okay, so they will be different.
Yes, they will be very different because
horses are absolute pain in the butt. So that's a good challenge for me to see if I can do it.
Well, I don't mind doing drawing like sketches and horses and stuff. I actually kind of into it now, but it's like now you're talking like 2 characters, man, and we got an hour and a half. Dan, that's pressure, brother.
Hey, I'm a pro, man.
Okay.
So you're trying to talk them out of it here?
No, I'm just saying. I'm telling you why I wasn't doing it.
Okay. Jimmy Reyes says, "Wake me up when they start drawing."
Yeah. Jimmy's
Right,
tired from
I got to set my camera for this.
Sleeping Psychopathy says Dan is lawless. There you go. Hey, I just talked to my rep this morning, and apparently there was a printing problem, and they fixed it. That's what the delay was on the Kit Carter books, but they are all shipping out tomorrow from Indiana. So it's FedEx ground. So I assume I will be getting them in a week, and then we'll start shipping out. So that is the confirmation, folks. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Kit Carter is
tell your neighbors.
Tomorrow. That's right.
If I'm not
Run to your
home,
neighbor's
fight
house.
for it.
Run to your neighbor's house. Kit Carter's shipping it. They'll be here in a week. They're like, what? So, all right, I'm going to switch cameras and let's pray that it doesn't
this is the
blow
first
up on
time,
me.
right?
I've used it throughout the week and everything seems to be fine. So here goes.
I wanted to read Heat Miser says, David, make a were-whore.
Yeah, okay.
Jeez. I'm like moving my camera, even just touching it sends like waves of fear down my. There we go. Don't go.
Angela Curry, I don't get this. She says horses are controversial in this community as of late. Womp womp.
What?
Well, she's referring to Malin criticizing everybody's horse drawings except his own. So it's. I will say he drew a very imagey, powerful horse for his godlike, one of his godlike covers. So
Torchbearer Studios was asking, what does my sign say? It says, toilet out of order. Please use far corner.
Yeah, baby. All right. You know, I'd actually rather draw a horse than guns, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
me too.
I hate drawing because it's not just drawing the gun. Then you got to draw it like with a hand around it so that it looks like it's holding it. And it
How did Quick Draw McGraw hold his 6-shooters?
Oh, he was a horse, wasn't he? He just had the hoofs. That's
Right.
a good question. I wish, Gary, that I had time to look it up.
It didn't
What?
work, David.
I know. Appreciate you trying.
Right.
So are you guys, I know Dan is, but what about you other guys? Are you guys much of Halloween guys? I mean, I know we're all sort of monster guys at heart, but I don't really do much for Halloween anymore.
Yeah, I
We
don't
used
either.
to.
I used to too, but I don't anymore. I just kind of like, it's pretty much Christmas is the only thing that I bring the decorations out for.
Oh, you're talking about decorating the house and doing all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
No. No, but me and my kids used to go out dressed up.
Oh yeah. I used to love doing that with the kids because I got like a ton of candy. And actually I still do because I buy candy. I have to be careful though, because if I buy candy too early, Shelly and I eat it all, then I have to go buy more candy.
Yeah, I always get candy that I like and make sure I have plenty.
Well, that's kind
Yeah, well, that's what with my wife buys candy. I'm like, buy enough for the kids and extra for me.
yes.
I would do that with my kids' candy that they collected. I said, well, I got to check it and get all the nice pieces. I said, oh, this one's not good. I think it has a razor in it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Dad, take care of that.
This one has a heroin needle. So let me take it.
Wow, tough neighborhood.
I was going to say that's a rough neighborhood, man.
And then they would see me in my room with chocolate all over my face.
Yeah. Did you, when you were kids and going out trick-or-treating, wasn't that sort of because you guys are younger than me, except Gary, but when, like in the 70s, like that was like a thing. It was like, don't eat any apples because someone will put a razor blade in it. Don't eat anything that's not packages because someone put drugs on it. I mean, that was an actual legitimate concern.
Yeah,
And now
don't
it's
eat
kind of a
apples.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, LSD, that was the thing, right? They put
Yeah, no,
LSD
when
in
I was a kid, there were no rules.
But you
I think that turned out to be a bit of a myth too. The razor blade thing wasn't even.
Yeah, but it was like
It might have happened.
No, I think it happened, and that's why
Yeah.
people started freaking.
Wizard Sleeve says, trick or treat with my kids in the 90s was a good time to walk around in public drunk. Yeah, what are they going to do?
Oh my gosh, I'm dressed up as a drunk. That was like our sort of our go-to, because sometimes we just wouldn't plan ahead, right? And you're like, it's a week before Halloween, and you're like, you still haven't got a costume or anything, and you try to go to like Kmart or whatever, and everything's like sold out, right? There's nothing but like the crap costumes left. And so you're like, well, okay, what are we going to do? Well, then we like take our dad's clothes and we dress as bums and walk.
Yeah, bum was the thing, yeah.
Whatever. Because we'd have these, all these clothes that were like way too big for us. And it was, and that was totally acceptable to go trick-or-treating as a hobo. Apparently, probably not.
Nowadays you couldn't do that. You couldn't be like, I'm going to be homeless. Or,
Yeah.
we got to be for Halloween.
I'm going to be a homeless person for Halloween. And you're just like, you're offending everybody.
Yeah, candy's great, but how about some food?
Yeah, it's like, do you have ravioli or anything in a can?
What you guys have for dinner?
Any Vienna sausages?
Yeah, right. Yeah. garbanzo beans and Vienna sausages.
Yep.
Waylon Todd, I'm not familiar with you, Waylon. Welcome. In the UK, you might have to expand on this, Waylon. In the UK, we did Trick or Treat, then did Penny for the Guy, parentheses, Guy Fawkes, Fawks. We made so much money. See, I don't understand that at all.
Well, Guy Fawkes Day, right? I mean, I know what that is, but I don't
know what that
understand.
is.
Remember
know-
V for Vendetta?
Yeah, V for Vendetta.
Remember that face mask of the?
I remember the character.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
Fawkes
that's
mask.
Guy Fawkes.
Okay.
He was like a rebel or something, wasn't he? In the
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't understand the getting the money for it or something, or when they say he made a bunch of money doing it. I mean, I like the idea. If I could learn more about it, so I could implement it over here, see if I can make some cash.
Yeah. How do you? Yeah. Yeah. We need to learn that secret.
Yeah. What's the secret of making money on Guy Fawkes Day
Yeah. In America.
in America? Right? Oh man.
Henry Bemis says he tried to plant explosives under the parliament.
Yeah.
Is that true, Waylon?
Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah, I think I saw the movie, maybe even read the book, and it seemed kind of commie to me.
Yeah.
Guy
Angela
Fawkes
keeps
ashes.
asking. I'm sorry. Dan,
No, go ahead. Oh, I was going to say that the way Alan Moore wrote him and that character in the movie, he's basically Satan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even in the book, he introduces himself with that Rolling Stones song, "Glad to Meet You, Hope You Guess My Name." That song is about the devil.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you base. You're sympathizing with the devil.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the song, isn't it? Actually?
Yes. Mm-hmm. But that's what he wanted Guy Fawkes to be in this movie and in the comic.
Yeah, but was Guy Fawkes was he actually a hero, or is he sort of infamous?
Well, he's a hero to some, just like Satan is a hero to some.
Well, I know, but I mean that just because Alan Moore wants to portray him as Satan doesn't mean that Alan Moore's got the correct read on the character. I'm just kind of curious if he's.
If a person's going to try to blow up Parliament, then
Well, yeah, I guess, but he's a.
That
he was
could be a good thing, though, right? I mean,
right?
yeah.
Was this during the what period of time was this? I mean, that they were. I didn't mean to get into Guy Fawkes history or anything, but I'm sort of curious now. I can't.
This was what, like last week?
Okay. Well, no, I mean, it just I know there's it wasn't
Sleeping.
French Revolution stuff. It was England, right? It was English.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sleeping psychopathy. Am I butchering that? Says 1600s.
Psychopathy. God, come on.
I like psychopathy. It sounds like she's crazy.
That's like saying hyperbole
Yeah.
instead of hyperbole, you know?
He's saying it like the that coach that messes up, or the substitute teacher that messes up.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Timothy. Is Timothy here?
Hey, Aaron.
Jaqueline.
Jaqueline.
Balake.
Balake. That's did you mean Blake? And he goes, "Shut up!" And he just threw that stuff off the table. Oh yeah.
Take your ass down to Oshak Hennessy's.
Like,
I tell you that. You guys ever see those a bunch of short comic skits with that guy and there's another black guy with they are so damn funny. They did hit a whole bunch of them, all kinds of characters. You look up that actor and look for his partner. I forgot the other guy's name, but someone you'd recognize.
Are you talking about what's his face in Peel or whatever? Or are you talking about somebody else?
I don't know. It's just that
guys-
actor. That actor from that particular skit
Yes.
has
it's Key and Peele.
does a teammate that they
Yeah,
do
He's
regular
like
skits,
big time director now.
and they're so fun.
Yeah.
Maybe the chat can help us out there. I'm drawn. I can't.
It's Key and Peele.
Key and
Yeah,
Peele.
they're all saying Key and Peele.
You see that one where who's the I guess Keel is the taller guy, right? Key is the taller guy.
Who cares?
But anyway, he's walking out of the office. And Keel's sitting there going, "Hey, would you like to, donate some money for the homeless kids or whatever?" And he's like, "Look, man, I just don't have time." And he's like, "Come on, just $1 for the homeless kids, whatever." And he guilts him and he goes, "Okay." So he goes, here's $3. And he goes, "Thank you." And then he blows, whistles, and this van drives up and they pull like 3 kids out of the van and give them to him.
Oh man.
Man,
Oh, it's good stuff. Quality stuff. Yeah, Jordan Peele's like sort of a big time director now. And
What is he? What films has he made?
well, he did Get Out.
I don't know what that is.
David, you seen that?
yeah, don't waste your time.
Oh, you didn't like that?
No.
Oh, it was kind of crazy.
What else has he done?
Wolf
Exactly.
Alien.
Exactly.
Huh?
Nobody cares.
He's got they're like Nope. That was the other one.
Because
Nope.
they advertise his films from the director that did so and so, and it's like, okay, you're advertising the director, but what has he directed?
Hey, have you guys seen? I guess there's like a short, like a teaser trailer out for like this new Wolfman movie,
Yeah.
and the Wolfman looks like a freaking troll.
That's the guy that's not the Wolfman.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that bites the Wolfman to where he becomes the Wolfman.
Okay. Because I was like, what the heck? That's how. Yeah, I was just like, is this from Troll 2?
Yeah, right.
Carbon Dioxide says he did a reboot of Twilight Zone,
Yeah, it was terrible.
and Torchbear Studio says nope, really good, and
You're wrong.
it has a monkey.
Well, that's
Well,
something.
okay, then I'm watching it.
Well, this guy. Yeah, I know. It's like you got a monkey, man. I'm there.
So the Twilight Zone one, David, did you see that one?
A little bit.
Was that a TV thing, or because I don't? I mean, obviously there's the Spielberg Twilight Zone from the 80s, but I don't remember anything else.
I just saw it on television, so I don't know if it went to theaters.
Well, so much stuff is going on streaming anymore. It's like
Yeah.
it's hard to keep track of what. Are they get theatrical release, or is it just on Netflix or whatever?
Yeah, that's true. If it comes on, it's like, can I even watch this? Am I able to watch this?
I'm getting a little ticked off because we have a bunch of streaming services, but all the shows I want to watch are all on those streaming services we don't have.
Yeah.
Right. Carbon Dioxide says Peel did a Twilight Zone streaming series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Aaron, what do you want to see? That's
That Only Murders in the Building, the Steve Martin short, and who's that singer chick, Selena Gomez. My son actually has Hulu, and we were babysitting a while ago, and I watched the first episode on. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, they had some. Selena Gomez was dropping F-bombs for no reason, but other than that, it was totally fine. But so I got to watch the first episode, and that was it. And but I thought it was pretty good. So Jendi Tartakovsky's Primal. I mean,
I did see that. Yeah, that was interesting.
that's on HBO Max, which I don't have.
Did you watch all of them? Because I only saw like one episode. Is it good?
I watched them all. Yeah,
Is it
they're
good?
pretty addictive. I mean, I blasted through them once I started. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I like the whole concept, right? It's some caveman with a pet dinosaur or something. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You don't
It's
need
pretty-
to tell me anything
it's-
else.
it's
I'm
fun.
there. and it's bloody, right? So,
Yeah, it's pretty gory. But you know, when things are in cartoon, it's kind of like a little less gory, you know. So
right. It's well, yeah. It's. I remember when Ralph Bakshi's Wizards came out in '77. We went and saw that, and it was the first time I'd ever seen like swearing or blood in a cartoon, and we were just cracking up because it would just seem so not right.
Incongruous.
Yes, you had guys like getting shot and they were bleeding out in this cartoon. Yeah, you know, dropping a couple of SOBs and things like that, and
Right.
you know,
It is odd to
yeah,
see
it
that.
seems kind of wrong to me sometimes. That's like,
yeah, it was. You know, we were at '77. I was 13, right? So it was like we had, you know, all we'd seen is Disney animation at that point. We go and see this Bakshi film. I'm like, what the? So, unfortunately, it's not a great film, but I still like it because it's kind of a fantasy. Yeah, it's a weird fantasy movie, but
Man,
Angela's
one of
putting up Creative Phase YouTube channel link. Thank you, Angela.
one of my sons has the whole house smelling like French fries.
oh boy,
I'm starving.
like son, you want to bring some of that in here? I probably should take a moment and pimp the campaign, shouldn't I?
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Where is it here? Oh, there it is.
this episode is brought to you by.
That's right. This episode of Graybeard Studio is brought to you by Wraith of God 3, Fear Hollow, in theaters now. Here it is, guys. Wraith of God 3, Fear Hollow launched yesterday, right at this time. Yesterday. So we're 24 hours in. I wonder what the total is here after 24 hours. Survey says, oh, just a hair under 40. That's pretty great. Thank you guys so much for that.
39. Come on.
39.87. Look at that.
That is close to the big 4-0.
It is. You'll find a link in the description of this video. It'll take you right to this campaign. You'll also find links to Fearsome that David Williams is working on with EBS, and also Dan Lawless's comic art tutorial YouTube channel. You want to check that out as well. Anyway, this is a story of the Wraith of God and Esther heading to the northeast, back to a town that the Wraith spent some time in his youth, and had an encounter with the Headless Horseman, and now he's back, and so is the Horseman, and the conflict is inevitable. But who's pulling the strings, Gary? Someone behind the scenes is making this happen.
Is Gary pulling the strings?
I
Huh?
must know that. I must know it.
The way you said it sounded like Gary was pulling the strings.
Maybe he is.
I'm interested.
Who's pulling the strings? Gary.
This cover makes me interested in this town. It's like strewn with smoking pumpkin heads. It's like I want to see that town.
Gary, is there something you want to share with each other, with everyone else? You're pulling the strings.
Pull the string. Pull the string.
Don't worry about it, Dan.
So, Aaron, if you could have a director to direct this movie, who would you have?
Other than me? It's a good question. Go ahead.
I said a director.
oh, okay. Well, can I storyboard it at least?
No.
Okay. That's an interesting question. I don't. Who would I want to direct this? I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan, but this isn't really a Christopher Nolan type movie. I'm not. Ridley Scott is too dangerous because sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not.
Yeah, which one are you going to get?
Exactly. Don't want James Gunn touching it. Let's see. It would have to be some. You know who I think is a good director is
Zack Snyder.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Who directed 310 to Yuma?
Oh yeah, he's really good.
He also, didn't he direct Old Man Logan too? Same guy?
Is that the same guy?
I think it is. He also directed the new Indiana Jones film, which.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know who you're talking. Yes. Really? You want him?
Well, after that Indiana Jones film, not so much.
Yeah.
But anyway, let me run through this real quick. So we've got these 3 covers that I did, and you got the Chris Stevens painted cover right here, which is just awesome. Here's some David Williams artwork. There's a backup story. The Origin of Empirus is in this. It's put out as a 100K stretch goal, but I have all confidence that we're going to hit 100K on this. So this will be added to the story. But here's like 3 pages of the very sort of dynamic superhero galactic artwork of David Williams. Very
David, who colored this?
Oh, my son colored that.
Really cool.
Yeah, you look at, I put art by
And
David
what-
Williams and I couldn't remember your son's name.
Dang. James.
James. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Blow up that double page so people can see the glory.
I can't. I have. Well, let me. I have to pull up the file. Hang on a second. But anyway, you guys check out the campaign. There's tons of cool add-ons like shot glasses and poker chips and prints and sketchbook, and you can even get the issues of Wraith of God that you missed. So check out the campaign. Like I said, the link's in the description of this video. It is live right now and going strong. And I thank you all for your support.
You're going to have to update it like about every 30 minutes. I want to see the
cha-ching.
Yeah, over 40.
Okay, well, let me pull up David's work when I should be drawing, but yeah. He's gonna get his werewolf done before I get my wraith done.
Hey,
Before you do that,
Phil Diaz, Zaid Comics for $2. Congrats on the launch. So excited for this book. Thank you, Phil. And thank you for the great work on the trailer that Phil, that's right, Phil did the trailer.
oh yeah, that trailer is very cool.
excellent. Good work.
Excellent work. Excellent work. It was indeed. Let's see. Where did I put? Wraith of God. Did I put it in the? Oh, there it is. Wasn't as far away as I thought it might be. All right, let's take a look at this double page spread in all of its glory. Open. Okay. Give me a second here and I will share this. So this is brilliant script by me, excellent artwork by David, and wonderful colors by his son. It's a family affair. There we go. Look at that.
Wow.
Nice.
Dang.
So I gave David, this is the instructions I gave David. I said, so we've got these 3 like Kirby-like sentinel things. Go for it. That was it.
And you wanted
I
specific
finally
colors.
realized what's going on here. That somebody gifted them a galactic corn dog cooker.
Yeah, there you go.
No, nobody get that. They own it. It's
Yeah.
theirs, Gary. They're the ones that distribute the corn dogs.
They're the architects
Okay,
of
even
all
better.
things corn doggery.
Even better.
So this is like the power source of the universe kind of thing, and these guys control it. And you got primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. So yeah. So just really, really cool.
Cosmic
Space
Lego.
opera shot.
Fun little departure from the skeleton man that I'm doing.
That's right. Well, this is more the kind of stuff that you love doing, like that pure sort of superhero kind of large in scope kind of craziness, and that's so I knew you'd nail this, man, and of course you did. So excellent work by David Williams. We'll see more of that as the months go along and the campaign progresses.
Citizen Ronan says the architects of corn dogs.
Yeah, maybe that's what we'll call them. They should have. We'll have to add some corn dogs like floating around, like that cooker, and then like there'll be one black one that they have to it got burnt, so they have to discard that to Dark Side's planet or something, and where it can be appreciated.
A little heads up, Aaron. David is inking already.
Yeah, I've been hosting. Okay, back, man. Jeez.
It's not a criticism. I just just want you to be aware that work is being done.
Work is being done by other people, but not you, Aaron. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. I want to use my Japanese.
You still want to see Deputy Dog and how he holds those 6-shooters.
Not Deputy Dog, is a horse. What was his name? Quick Draw McGraw.
Quick Draw McGraw. That's right.
I want to use this pen, but this pen requires me. I have to open it up.
You have to start it up and everything, right?
Yeah, you've got to there's a piece in here you have to break out so the ink will flow. And then there's no instructions. It's all in Japanese, so you kind of have to guess. And I don't want to mess with it right now. So I'm just going to have to, maybe by next week, I'll have this pen put together. There's got to be a decent American pen with American instructions, isn't there? Gotta be. How come the Japanese make all the good pens? Is it because of their anime business or what?
It's because they love their people and their artists. They don't give a
Yeah, they respect artists.
Yeah.
Oh.
Aren't there artists over there millionaires?
I don't know, man. Maybe
I think it's like rock stars. It's like some are really wealthy and probably most aren't.
I would. I think we should move over there and do. We'll call it.
They wouldn't let you over here. They heard all the crap you've been talking about.
Yeah.
You would not get work in Japan, Aaron.
Yeah.
The Far East Graybeards. We'll.
You get out of here, you round eye.
You worried about him not letting me come over? Jeez.
Hey, I'm on their side. I'm telling you, stay away from them, you round eye. You don't like their culture, so.
Oh man, where's our guy from? I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Always would come in. He's living in Japan. I haven't seen him in a long time in the chat. If I saw his name, I'd know immediately, but I can't think of it. Thanks for the help.
I'll let you just flounder over there.
All the way from every time I say his name, go all the way from Japan, and I can't remember. Oh man.
Citizen Ronan says Brian Norton.
That's it. Thank you, Brian Norton. Thank you. See, people that chat pay attention. You guys.
No, we're too busy looking at our watches.
Yeah. Is it time yet? Can we end the show now? Oh my gosh, no. There we go.
Yeah, I was so afraid of making this rider too big for the horse that I made him pretty small.
I know.
Yeah, he looks like a kid.
It's like the Malin effect. You're like,
like, dang it, I got psyched out.
Well, that's the thing. Horses come in different sizes, and so do people. So that
is that a Clydesdale that he's on?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like Frazetta
bigger than that. Well, he's giant size. You ever see those
Yeah,
monster
he's
horses?
huge.
They got?
Yeah, you got just like a little boy playing
Little
Wraith.
That means you got to start over.
That's right, Dan. You're already behind.
He's already doing rendering, so it's too late.
Well, no, it's like,
Nope, it's never too
Frazetta
late.
always did these super bulky, thick Clydesdale
Yeah,
type
he did.
horses.
Yeah, he did workhorses, not like Race
riding horses. Yeah.
Quit trying to save Dan. Start all over.
I'll make it work. I'll make you believe. In this.
I swear I will. I have a hard enough time just keeping the holsters looking the same every time I draw this guy.
That's a different holster than you drew in the previous panel.
Yeah, I know. But thank goodness he's all black. So if it's not working out, I can just kind of fill it in. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Oops.
Yeah.
Cover it up. Hey, maybe that's an option for this drawing.
And
There
I
you
did
go. Make it all
so much of
silhouette.
that in working on Bass Reeves. I couldn't keep nothing consistent. I was like, all right, you know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. On the guns. I've drawn
we
the
just have
guns.
little signs all over. You know what this is.
I've drawn the guns like a million times, but it's like there's little tiny like
they're
nuances
not easy.
that make them look different, and you got to be careful. And like right now, I'm just sort of winging it from memory because I'm not going to pull out my gun reference.
Repairman
It's like
Jack.
Biden, you know. It's like Biden.
Yeah,
You know the
Aaron.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Aaron, Repairman Jack is calling it. He says, "I love that werewolf. David is the winner already."
Who said that?
The repairman.
Well, you know what? The repairman's going to need a little bit of repairing himself. Here we go.
Goodness.
Jeez. The heck?
Could you do that again, please?
What? Blow him up
Yeah.
again?
Yeah. I just love that clip.
All right. This guy, he can take it.
I love the expression on his face. Like, he's standing there, in an athletic a stance, so he's ready. But then when he gets hit, he looks surprised.
He's like,
Like he didn't know it was going to be painful.
Oh. Well, I wonder if that's like a clip of the first time, Wasn't really how do you practice something like that?
Exactly. Yeah. What do you start with? What like produce and work your way up to a cannonball?
Yeah, okay, let's start with a head of lettuce and then we'll
I think he just went right with the cannonball, probably.
think of cantaloupe, and, well, yeah, but it's like, I mean, there has to be some sort of math and figuring, okay, if it's coming in at this much speed, it's gonna make my rearrangement.
Right. Yeah, let's figure it out.
You don't just stand in front of a cannon and go shoot this.
Yeah, like Wile E. Coyote. He's going to figure it out on paper first. Heads up, Aaron. I think Marcus is asking for it. Okay, there you go.
If Aaron would use real art tools, he wouldn't have to worry about some Japanese pen.
wow. Here we go.
Marcus, it saddens me, but
Knew that. That's my favorite one.
The look on disdain on Bugs' face is great.
I think that one hurts the most. The cannonball is it's like you're probably numb for several minutes after you get it, but that, that scepter on the top of the head, that stings.
And just the disdain that you're beneath me. It's terrible.
Captain Bip2 says they calculated just enough gunpowder to make the ball launch 10 feet. Then they put his dumbass in front of it. The cannonball will just barely come out of the cannon.
Yeah, you have to lay down underneath it.
I saw some clip
hold on a
today
second.
about this
George
guy.
Barrett's- Hold on, Aaron. I'll wait for Aaron to come back before I read this one.
I saw a clip today about this guy had someone had this wood chopper. It would, chopping up woods, and it was insanely dangerous looking. It was a circle, big metal circle with some edges on it, and the thing was just spinning, and the guy sort of stuck the wood out there and smashed it. The wood chip flying everywhere. It's nuts.
I'm back, Gary. What's the
Torchbearer Studio says the man behind the famous cannonball shot to the gut is named Frank Richards, also known as Cannonball Richards.
Okay, I believe that. That's all
I
he got
guess,
for
you
it?
know, you get shot by a cannonball in the gut and survive, you're going to be nicknamed Cannonball for the rest of your life.
I would think so. I mean, that's kind of a...
Yeah, which won't be very long.
I know. What if you're like down tying your shoe and they fire and you go, no, wait! You get it right in the head.
Yeah.
He's famous for that cannonball in the stomach. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all he's famous for. He didn't.
Well,
he didn't do anything else. He got killed.
That's true. He could retire after that.
No, I'm saying he's just gone. You know, that's the last. thing he did.
Robert
He retired.
Bruin is saying, I missed a super chat. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Well,
Gary,
Gary's got one job, folks, and we already know he doesn't do it very well. So
Oh, shoot. I sure did.
Glitch for £2 says just distracting Aaron toot toot. That's what everybody tries to do. I mean, that is a show of respect and fear, and that's kind of why I take it okay, because I know you guys fear what I unleash if left to my own devices.
Put your children away. Aaron is drawing. Spaceman, no, I've not done today's beef yet.
Gary, you sound like you're a million miles away. What's going on with your mic?
Okay, let me try turning up the volume. My it keeps going. The volume keeps going down by itself, and I don't know why it's doing that.
Probably
maybe the trumpet is the culprit.
I was going to say it's probably acting like a condenser mic. When you hit those really loud noises, it just shuts down.
are you trying to use science?
How's this? How do I sound?
Good.
Okay.
You traumatized your computer there.
I'll tone down the trumpet.
What were you saying, David?
I said, you're all using science and stuff, trying to be all smart. What the heck?
Using science and stuff. I dropped that condenser mic. You're like, whoa, condenser mic. Hang on now.
Yes, I don't know what you're talking about.
See?
Is it time for what's Gary's beef?
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and do that then.
I love the
All
laugh.
right, Gary, what's your beef?
All right, my beef today is commercials.
Commercials?
Yeah. I've had it with commercials. I have a list of grievances against commercials.
Yeah,
Spit
we
it
all.
Okay, one that gets me yelling at the TV every time is when the dolt advertising starts off the commercial with everyone's talking about, you know, what this new spatula or whatever, you know. Well, if everyone is talking about it, why are you advertising?
Because you're the one guy that doesn't know.
You turned into Jerry Seinfeld just then. Then why do you advertise it?
But clearly everyone knows about it, so you're spending all this money. Okay, so that really bugs me.
Okay.
And the other one is there's always some knucklehead that starts the commercial. I know what you're thinking. It's like, okay, dude, You don't know me. See, I say this. I talk back to the TV. You don't know me. So if you know what I'm thinking, are you offended that I think you're an idiot? Okay, number 3.
Oh.
Why? As I noticed the last couple of years, there's a trend putting ugly people on commercials. Remember when it was only beautiful people? It's like they'd show models, like eating Taco Bell.
Mhm.
And you think, oh man, if I ate Taco Bell, then maybe I could hang out with people that look like that.
Yeah.
There's plenty of ugly people in real life. I mean, you should see my neighborhood. I don't want to buy a product that an ugly person is endorsing. It's like, I don't want to be like them. If I want to see ugly people, I can just go down to McDonald's. Speaking of McDonald's, they're advertising over 100 billion hamburgers sold. That's 100 billion reasons why I'm not going to eat at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And lastly,
There's more.
the one that really, really gets me is that some dolt is saying, it's this summer's must-have. I think those advertisements are mostly aimed at women, so for them to say that, they clearly think women are idiots, that they must have the scarf or belt or whatever. But if it's aimed at me, I'm thinking,
Dan.
must have. You know what I must have? I must have air.
Yeah.
I must have water. I must have shelter. I must have corn dogs.
Anything else?
I must have Wraith of God, Fear
Yeah,
Hollow.
That's awesome. This was your best one yet, G.
Okay.
You really
Well,
lost
this
it.
takes me to, watch commercials and then I get material.
Well, you know what I noticed about commercials now is you can tell the ideological slant of whatever particular channel or network you're watching based on the commercials, right?
That's true.
And I, sadly, in order to watch college football, occasionally I do still have to tune into ESPN, which is owned by ABC, which is owned by Disney.
Right.
And that is where you get the gay couple on the couch banking or whatever, and a Kamala, ad for campaign ad, and and the COVID shots. This is the one that kills me. It's like the family's sitting there, happy family, and they have this little kid who's like, I don't know, 5 years old. It's not too late.
Your sound's getting weird.
Huh?
Your sound's weird.
Your sound was getting weird.
Okay. Hello?
Okay, Aaron's getting upset and his voice is cracking.
That's what it is. And they'll sit there and they're recommending. They're recommending that you get your 5-year-old kid a COVID shot, which we all know they don't need and is extremely dangerous for young kids. And it's just infuriates me.
Yeah, I agree.
What gets me is those commercials that they're all of a sudden you see these people walking on the beach and they're saying, do you have the proper AIDS medicine? You're like, damn.
Yeah.
It's like, what society have we got into that we're doing commercials for that stuff? That's crazy.
Yeah. Does it burn when you urinate? Aaron, we've got two of these.
Oh. There's I'm sorry, Katie. You're John with no H for $5 says sounds like Gary is holding grudges from the late 70s. That's possible.
Well, yeah,
Katie
I
did
go way
for
back.
$5. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate the contribution. Yeah, I keep listening to these, like, also these medication ads, right? And they're like, they give you this list of
That almost made it, Aaron. That almost made it to my list where they give you all the side effects.
Yeah, and it's like I've got a better chance of dying if I take this than it does of saving my life, you know? It's just amazing. Are there any medications that don't have severe side effects?
Some of the side effects are scary, you know, like projectile vomiting accompanied still bleeding. It's like, okay, I'm not taking that.
Bleeding from your beehole. You're like, dang.
Right.
Heart
Well,
stoppage.
Like there's one for eczema, right? And I'm not a doctor, but I will tell you, if you have eczema, get off wheat and dairy, and in 2 weeks it'll clear up. Just telling you. So anyway, but they have these medications you take for eczema, and it's like, okay, I mean, eczema is a pain in the butt, I get it, but the side effects are like death, and it's like, why
or blindness or something, you know.
Yeah, my skin's clear, but I can't see anymore. Oh,
a body part will fall off.
Exactly. It's like, can't they come up with some sort of medications that, you know?
And usually the list of side effects is longer than the commercial for the product.
Yeah.
So they'll talk about the product for 10 seconds, and then they'll talk about the side effects for 30.
Yep.
And it's super fast, so they can just, it's just doing it for legal reasons.
They read it really fast, yeah.
Now, of course, the doctor will tell you that, well, whenever they do these clinical tests, if anybody complains about anything, they've got to put it down as a potential side effect, which may or may not be related to the medication. That's your public service.
Still, potential means it's possible.
Yes.
How about the actor wearing the the doctor's coat?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Where is this? I got to read this one. Citizen Ronan says side effects are never positive, like may cause increased size of penis.
may increase an uptick in your energy and
heads up, women out there, get your man this product.
We're gonna have women taking it because they say, "Oh, we get to trade up."
Wasn't that the thing with Ozempic? Was like it was designed for something else. They go, oh, it helps people lose weight too, so now they're prescribing it for that.
Yeah,
but it has like tons of bad side effects. But it was like a heart medication or something, wasn't it?
If I was a dictator, there'd be so many doctors going to jail for prescribing all this kind of stuff and doing unnecessary surgeries. I was just like, man, y'all got to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, especially the ones that are kids. That shit.
Yeah, they're supposed to don't they sign some sort of agreement to not harm a human being or something like that?
Yes, it's the Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're hypocrites.
Yeah.
Take the Hippocratic Oath.
It's all about that money.
It is now. No.
Let's change the subject to something happier.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's the little kid riding that horse, Dan?
I think I sized him up a little bit. He's getting there.
He's still tiny. We need to take a poll.
It's Eric. Tiny Wraith.
Take a poll in the chat. Is Dan's rider proportional? The horse is awesome.
You're gonna give him a complex.
I mean, sheesh. Horses are not easy.
No, they are not. And but again, I would still rather draw a horse than a gun.
Randy House says Dan is using a long cape to make the Wraith look bigger.
Uh-huh.
And Torch Bear says Wraith Jr.
Have the cape go over the horse.
But
hind.
Angela says, I dig it. So you have
good.
your
I do have some defenders. Actually.
yeah.
Yeah, if Chocolate's Curry digs it, then you're in good shape. So Gary's rant actually reminded me of something. The first time I met Gary,
Rant?
huh?
No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you're what bugs Gary or what makes Gary smoke dope? What's the name of that segment again? Great.
Dang, you are a graybeard.
Smoking dope.
It's like Gary's Sage Corner.
Yeah. What's Gary's beef? Right. So your beef was you're talking about the guy saying on the commercial that I know what you're thinking. And you're like, how do you know what I'm thinking? So the first time I met Gary was at a Portland comic book show. And I think Steve Mattson may have introduced us. I can't remember.
It was a Dark Horse show, wasn't it?
Well, he might have been. Yeah.
There's a lot of Dark Horse people there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't remember exactly if it was actually an official Dark Horse show, if it was one of the Richard shows, but
Now you can't tell the story if you don't get it right.
well, it doesn't matter. That's like not important to the
You
story.
brought it up.
Oh my. All right. So
I want to hear the story because my memory is sketchy.
so so we all went out to dinner afterwards.
Done.
Like me, Mattson. What do you mean you're done?
Not quite.
You're not done.
I'm done.
No, I get to judge when you're done.
What do you mean, no? No, since
I forgot
when
Clouds.
are you the...
You're not the boss of me,
I don't think the Wraith looks dark enough.
except
Yeah,
when
he's not black.
Well,
except
that's
when
true. It's
when
Aaron's character. And yeah, does he... okay.
And the horse ain't black.
That's right. The horse has got to be black too. You got to put some
Yeah.
I
shadows.
don't know
Yeah,
how to
David,
make- I was gonna do that with the coloring phase.
Oh my!
Get the coloring.
That's right. What are you waiting for? All right. So we all.
Oh,
go out
you
to-
offended David Dan, you offended David that you made the horse white.
That's right.
Oh, did I just what do you call it when you change the race swapping the horse?
Yeah.
Lone Star, Dan, Lone Star Viper says, for horse racing, he's the perfect size. Well, does that mean it's like he's being
jockey,
ridden by
yeah.
a jockey?
Yeah. That's what he's getting at there.
Okay, Aaron, back to your story.
Yes. So we go out to dinner, and we're talking about something or other. I think he introduced me because I was looking for an inker for She-Hulk or whatever, and so we're sitting there at the table and talking and stuff. And then I can't remember what Gary said, but he said something, and I said, "Oh, I figured you'd say something like that." You looked at me and goes, "What are you talking about? You don't even know me." How did you know what I would say?
And you've
I
been best
do not
friends ever
remember.
since.
You're making this up.
No, that's so totally true, and it's so totally you. I just.
But I
started
was
cracking
joking,
up.
right? I was joking.
No, I don't know. You were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
People can't tell when I'm joking because I usually, do it.
Well,
straight
no, I mean, it's not like you were offended, but you're kind of like, what? How would you know? You don't know me at all.
Yeah,
I was like, you want a job, pal?
it's the advertising that made me bitter about that.
So I'm just saying that this has been a problem with you for a long time.
Yet they continue to do it, despite my letter campaign.
Oh well. Those used to be
Ellie, the Dreaming Crystals. I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing that. CHRYSALIS. Cry
Can you
sales.
change his name again? No, it's the Dreaming Chrysalis.
What's a chrysalis?
I have no idea, but at least I can pronounce it.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. He says that was the first beef Gary ever had was with you, Aaron.
It started.
That's it started right there.
You changed his life for a different direction. If it was
Well,
a different timeline, you would have been like.
The moral of the story here is that once you spend about an hour and a half with Gary, you got him pretty much figured out. So I knew exactly what I was talking about. Proved to be true over the years.
and then Aaron hired me to ink Sludge. So
that's right. Despite
the story turned out, it was a hero ending.
It was a happy ending for all.
It's kind of difficult to ink Sludge, isn't it? All sloppy and messy.
No, I wanted
to. He had me like use this special ink. It was tricky.
And Gary got to humiliate me in front of Bernie Wrightson, so that was great. So I mean, he's had his years of revenge over me for.
A sleeping psychopath says, "I thought Gary's first beef had been with the Pharisees."
I think they're insinuating that you're old, Gary. I'm not sure if that's.
Thanks for clearing that up, Aaron.
I just want to make sure that you were aware of what they were getting at there.
Torchbearer Studio says Gary was asking the maitre d' at this fine establishment served corn dogs. I don't think I was in corn dogs that much back then. I was just more concerned about not getting too many vegetables in my lo mein.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Gary gets if he gets called out, right, on his insanity, he gets a little defensive, right?
And rightly so.
We were at the this Chinese restaurant, of course, where he ordered the extra vegetables, and I mocked him for doing that. And he's
mocked, you berated me for 15 minutes.
It was hilarious, though. And so you're like, I can't remember exactly how you said, but you're like, what is it you're concerned with what I'm eating, or what do you quit worrying about what I'm having, You
were really worked up over it. I think you were, because you ate there often, you didn't want to offend the establishment.
Well, that's actually, I knew the owners, so
okay.
I had to go in there and sorry about him. He's doesn't like vegetables. No, it still strikes me as hilarious, because one place you go and you get more vegetables than you want is Chinese food. That's
right.
That's half the filler for whatever you're getting.
Right.
And to ask them to remove it, it just was.
I just wanted more noodles.
But you didn't get them, did you?
No, I think they did. I don't
know about that.
Well, I have nothing to compare it to, so I don't know if they did or not. I assume they did.
That was when it used to be safe to go into Northwest Portland and eat Chinese food at lunch. Now we'd step on a heroin needle or something.
Yeah, you can't do that now. There's a motif going on in the chat right now. I'm just going to read one. Henry Bemis. Gary's first beef was the Big Bang. Saying, "What's with all the light?" Okay, that's the only one I'm going to chat. The only one I'm going to read with this theme. You're wasting your time from now on.
Poor Gary.
So, Gary, what kind of a disciple, if you were one of Jesus' disciples, what do you think you were? Would you be giving him a hard time?
Dang.
I'd be Thomas. What
no,
the hell?
Doubting Thomas.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
What
Doubting
the hell
Thomas
is going on?
Gary.
Let me see your hands.
You're all do it again.
He'd be complaining about the Passover dinner. This bread is stale.
Yeah. Could you take this plate back and take off some of the
I asked you a question yesterday. I don't know if we ever got all the way through it last night on the stream, but we were talking about your Space Girl graphic novel you want to do down the line, or comic, or I don't know how you classify it, but
graphic novel just sounds fancy. So
It does.
that's what I'm going to use.
Well, I'd go with that then. So when are you? I mean, when are you?
I don't have
hoping-
a timeline on it. I'm working on the story right now, and
I
then
know, but
and then after I get that down, I'm going to do some artwork. So it'll be a month or two.
right. But you're hoping for like a 2025 kind of release kind of thing. Is that what you're shooting for? Or?
I'm not shooting for anything at this point.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not as organized as you are.
Trying to get a little advanced, hype going here, but that's all right.
Okay, I have to read this one. Glitch. Quote, I actually wanted water rather than wine. Gary, 20 AD. Okay, that's officially the last one. Then Torchbearer, no, my Space Scroll does not have a primate sidekick.
I'm done.
Well, okay, so basically what you're telling me is everybody's done except me. Dude, we still got 30 minutes here, so put a little color on there, David.
Nope.
Use your time wisely.
He used a lot of whiteout, so that's color would be problematic. Aaron, did you not hear?
I'm colored, so I don't have to.
No, I did.
Trombone?
No, I heard it.
Okay.
Carbon dioxide for $2. Ever been to El Indio on Northeast Halsey in Portland, Oregon? Northeast? No.
Northeast Halsey is a sketchy neighborhood.
Yeah. No, I have never been over there. I don't think I've ever stopped my car in Northeast.
Aaron rolls up the windows when he gets close.
Done, son.
It doesn't look like a black horse to me. I'm just saying.
I got time. I can scan it in Photoshop and color it.
He's riding that horse during a thunderstorm, and there's lightning cracking at this very second.
I see. Yeah, well, makes sense, I suppose, just because I'm the only one doing my characters correctly. But that's all right. I mean, you guys haven't really had the exposure, so I understand. Good.
Aaron, what did you expect? They're your characters. You sound mad that they're not mad. You sound disappointed.
So I got 20 minutes of show to fill. That everybody's going, I'm done. I'm done.
Well, you picked
my
a
characters
character
now.
with all the black, and now you have. It's going to take you 20 minutes just to fill in all the black.
That's the great illusion. If you're at a convention and someone comes up and say, "Hey, I want you to draw Batman," you're like, "Yeah, that'll be easy," but it's all black. But then you realize I got to fill all this black, and it actually takes longer to do that than it does to actually draw stuff.
Except David, he has these graffiti-sized markers. They're as big as your fist. Then he fills in blacks in seconds.
That's what I need. Because I got all this kind of I don't know if I'd call it Wrightson-esque sort of.
Look at how big that Sharpie is. That's insane.
I just got these Zig pens that David talked me into buying. And
only those that use that size marker has to match it with large huevos.
That's right.
You beta males need not apply.
Are those what's that place you like to go to? Oh, Hobby Lobby. Is that a Hobby Lobby special?
Yep.
Are they permanent?
Yep. They changed the ink inside of them, and they're real good to paint over too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Speaking of interesting, I got to get Chris Stevens on my show to talk about that Wraith cover and talk about how he does his voodoo.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I had
James Hunsinger is making a observation. Aren't you on YouTube without sponsors dictating anything? You have control of the length of the show, Lopez. He has more control than that. He acts like he's, just going with the flow, but Aaron has control.
No. It's you want people to feel like they got their money's worth. Oh, wait a minute. The show is you have a running time. You kind of set it up and say, okay, we need to go till at least 4:00, right?
But it's live stream, so you don't have to worry about the exact time.
No, except I got the Star Trek show afterwards, so I've always got to be careful I don't go too long.
Right, but I just mean the show itself.
Right, but my bigger concern is, I'm like a third of the way done. And you guys are like, I'm done. I'm like, what the? What in the world is going on around here?
So it's mostly due to us giving you the illusion that we're taking up some of the responsibilities, so you can just draw.
I don't know what it is exactly. I just think that I am choosing more complex drawings than you guys are, and as a result, it allows you to just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm done in 15 minutes. I'm like, what? I mean, look at Dan, for example. It's a black horse. Oh, well, I'll do that in coloring.
Yeah, he just laid some gray tones on it, in 5 minutes.
Trying to satisfy these people. Oh my God.
It looks okay. So now it looks like a brown horse. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Dan, while Aaron is filling in blacks, could you fill in your background with a horde of zombies?
Yeah, I definitely. We should have an audience here, crowd. The crowd goes wild.
Talk a little bit about your YouTube channel, Dan. Do you how do you come up with? How do I want to put this? Obviously, you're doing really specific things that you're focusing on per episode, right?
Yeah. Tackle one little subject at a time. Okay, so I've got gesture drawings. I've got I got a video on understanding color in comics, especially as it pertains to comics. One on storytelling and clear storytelling, how to do the 180-degree rule.
Mm-hmm.
I've got
hang on a second.
Composition.
All right, hang on a second. So if you're doing storytelling, right?
Yeah.
So do you focus on one element of storytelling, or do you try to cover everything?
Just the 180-degree rule that they use in film. And,
okay, so you were
TV commercials. It just, if you follow that rule, it clarifies your storytelling, and that it's just a simple rule. Yes. I learned it from Rich Buckler and from a comic book Rich Buckler put out. And I show you. I set up a little display with two figurines and show you what happens when you flip the figures over to the. It's like going behind the stage. You don't want to go behind the stage. So I show you how that works.
Do you have the figurines fight like a superhero fight?
No, kind of but I didn't think of that. Now I had to redo it.
Show, maybe.
Yeah, I have to redo it. So I got lots of different things like that. Cover how to draw a female figure made easy. That's that's my biggest one.
Of course it is.
It's got 4,000 something.
Yeah, exactly.
But I tell you,
well, I mean, you have Dan. You have easy females in the title.
Something like that. Made easy. Yeah.
Yeah, women made easy. Like, ooh, hey.
Oh man, I forgot they could be interpreted in a funny way. But yeah, I've got how to draw the human head, how to draw the female head. I got that. So they're all just one subject.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at is that you're not exhausting all your possible categories, because you could say, drawing the female head, but you're drawing it from one angle for the video, and then maybe you draw it from another angle at the different video, or you cover.
Yeah, kind of stuff like that. So like even for, I mean, I did a Kit Carter. I painted a Kit Carter's profile, you know.
I know, I saw it was very good.
And so that's kind of, you know, I'm starting to do a little more of the painting too, because I think it helps people see. It breaks it down more easily sometimes, the tones and the shapes and all that sort of thing. But yeah, there's a lot of good subjects, things that I learned along the way, and I call them like roadmaps. You know, how do I get that? That's the interesting thing when you're doing a tutorial. You gotta, you know, I do it sort of automatically, and I have to learn to think out loud. So I'm telling people what's going on in my head as it's coming out on the paper, and that's important. So people found them really. Everyone's getting really good reviews on everything. Everyone really said this is helpful. You know, I learned more in this than I learned in 4 years of art school. You know,
well, that's often true.
Yeah, so it's pretty satisfying to have that happen and pass that information, stuff that I was taught, stuff that I kind of came up with on my own. As it, you know, it's a combination of those things. So,
how often
they're fun to do.
Do you do many shows, or did you do many shows back in the day, or is that something? That
No, not really. No. Nah.
I used to get.
But when I did go to shows, I mean, I didn't. You know, I didn't do because I really didn't. I think I did one in Toronto once. I was a guest there. It was a lot of fun to be taken out. You know, they paid your way back then. You know,
yeah,
it was pretty cool. So, yeah, but back to my tutorials. I got one on horses actually.
Oh.
How to draw dynamic horses, and I got one on hands, and hands are really tough. So
yes,
I did that video. It took me like 2 weeks. I drew all the images in it. I drew original. I drew original drawings, mostly using my own hand as a model, and I break it down again. Actually, you know how they say when you actually learn by teaching. When I actually, my hands are better than they used to be the 2 weeks before I started doing that thing. So
yeah. Well, yeah, it almost forces you to really kind of break it down in a way you maybe never have before, because you don't want to be, you know, you're teaching something. You don't want to look like a fool, like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Really
I'm trying to help, and in my effort to help, I'm actually helping myself a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
That's weird.
You have to analyze your own process.
Yes. I was doing it wrong all along.
So, Aaron, what's going on with this cape? It's kind of like alive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of splaying out all over the place. Look at this kind of like Montgomery flag kind of thing I got going on here.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can really see it, but I got this all sorts of line work and stuff because this thing doesn't really color in good. So I'm creating like,
you're breaking it up.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
I got to.
Well, see, I thought you were doing that on purpose.
I was. I mean, well, no, I adapted because I realized the limitations of the tool I'm using, and so therefore saying, you know, maybe I should approach this like this. See, that's what being a professional is, Gary.
Okay.
You got to roll with the punches, man. Sometimes things don't go the way you want them to, but how can you make it work? It's like Dan, right? Now Dan's a professional. He can't draw a black horse, but he's thinking, how can I make my way through this? So that
what do you mean he can't?
Well, he apparently can't because he won't do it. That is not a black horse.
I'm going to color it in Photoshop. You guys, you're going to see it.
He's fixing it in post.
Open. Yes, exactly. It's open for color.
You got to bring in the heavy blacks in there, man.
Well, okay,
like Lizzo.
It's like Lizzo black on there.
Now that you blow it up, the rider is not as small as I thought it was.
Yeah, it is. Quit lying to him.
I don't know what's going on. You know, if I wasn't a little bit more well rested, I'd be a little bit more on top of my game and making sure you guys were adhering to the rules. No
rules.
I'm kind of a little bit fatigued today. So
I think you should I think you should post a Magna Carta, and so we know what the rules actually are.
Yeah, Graybeard Magna.
Nail
Yeah.
it on your studio door.
That's right. What was Luther's things? The what do they call them? The 10 no, what were they? They nailed on the church door. I can't remember what they were called. Oh, you guys are not.
The
I just
10
realized I did the
must-haves.
cape wrong.
Oh, they were called the somebody in it. Come on, someone in the chat must know this. Thesis, the 95 thesis. There you go. See, these people know stuff. Torchbearer Studios bringing it.
Yeah,
I just
Zero-
realized I did my
Zero
cape
got it.
wrong. It's
Yep.
supposed to have that raggedy cape.
Wow, look at this.
Start all over.
Robert Doan's Pill says David left to go fry some chicken. I'm not sure what he means by that. But
You're racist. I love chicken, but I don't
Dude,
fry it.
okay, hang on a second. Hang on a second. You got to have a deep fryer to do it right. But so, okay, so what's the fast food chicken place closest to you where you live, David?
Kentucky Fried, but I never eat any of that crap.
You don't like Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Not at all.
Oh God, I love it. It's so bad. You can taste how bad it is for you. But
Well, that's why. Yeah, I don't eat it either because of
that's
that
why
reason.
it's so good, though. Okay, so
It
wait a
is
minute.
good.
Do you have like Popeyes or anything?
Yep, don't eat there either.
Okay, I don't like Popeyes very much. Okay, what about? Have you ever heard of Estelle's Chicken?
Nope.
It's good.
No, it ain't.
Okay, is there any other? Okay, let me put it this way: is there a chicken place that you go to?
Yep,
Okay, what?
it's called Golden Pride.
Golden Fry?
Pride.
Is that a chain or is it like just a?
It's local out here. It's really good.
Okay.
It's not super salty. It doesn't have some weird, slimy, gross Kentucky Fried Chicken.
It's Albuquerque, right?
Yeah.
So isn't the Hermanos El Pollo Hermanos? What was it?
No, we were supposed to get an El Pollo Loco out here. Those are like a California chain, and those are like really good. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, I was talking about Breaking Bad.
Yeah, no, I told you they were filming those at our local. Is it either Dairy Queen or Whataburger? And me and Sandra went out to go eat like kind of late, and we were just like, oh, let's go to Whataburger. And we're like driving through, and they had it closed down for the set, but they still let us drive through, which is crazy, and they were still filming, and they're like, oh no, this is not, it's not open, we're filming. I was like, oh, you're doing Breaking Bad here, okay.
So I guess they probably had when you do that, you got to pay the restaurant. Okay, we're going to close you down for 5 days. So whatever money they would have made,
Yes, pretty much.
and then whatever they charge on top of that for.
Yeah.
Well, how often do you guys go out to eat?
That's better.
Not that much.
Well, so Sandra, if she makes chicken, how does she prepare it? I'm going to turn this into a home.
We don't do fried stuff all that much, so
Yeah.
it's usually within a dish, like a Mexican dish,
Right.
So we do a lot of boiling chickens, and we break it down and we put it in something else like enchiladas or
Right.
some kind of soup or something else.
Yeah, I haven't made fried chicken in forever. I've grilled it and baked it, and we do have a deep fryer, but it's a small deep fryer, so it's like I'm going to.
You don't use it
one leg at a time.
You don't use an air fryer at all?
We do have an air fryer too, but again, it's small, so you can do like a couple pieces of chicken, but then it's so everybody has to kind of.
You guys sound like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
How many ways can you cook it?
Ways can you cook that shrimp? Boiled shrimp.
Aaron,
Yes.
You know what I'm going to ask? What's the time situation?
This is going to be a really cool piece when I get
Yeah,
it.
make it nice.
Yeah.
Don't rush to beat some clock.
I think you announced though it's the prize for the lottery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have to finish it on the air.
No, but I want people to get a kind of a flavor for what it's going to be.
We do. We got it. We just don't want you to jack it up because you're about to.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to rush it.
Aaron, whatever you do,
Don't jack it up. No, I had no intention of doing it like this, and now that I'm doing it like this, I have to be more mindful of how the line stuff is going to look and how that's going to work. It's kind of cool.
Ever since that Sienkiewicz episode.
Yeah.
I can see Shelley poking her head in your studio every once in a while. Aaron, don't jack it up.
No, it's usually, why are you yelling? Stop yelling. I'm like, I'm a boisterous Italian. What do you want from me?
Abbondanza.
That's right. I get fired up, man. And the decibel levels go through the roof. My dad was that way, super loud. My mom was always, Tom, lower your voice. So now I get it. This is really interesting.
Yeah,
I'm like discovering something.
I'm glad you think so for yourself.
Coming from a guy who doesn't know the difference between black and white, don't be criticizing my thing.
Why don't you make that a Wraith of God villain in your next book, and he's all white?
Because then I would get sued by Marvel for ripping off the.
Nah, but you make him a Klansman.
Oh, dude!
Yeah, put a hood on him. Okay.
No, you just keep him like that, but he could still be the early days of the Klansman, and he's white horse, white costume. That'd be cool.
It'd become really popular.
He's a bad guy. So.
Like, this is selling out. What the hell?
Yeah. Okay, what do we got here? Well, we got 2 minutes. I guess we can wrap her up. I got Star Trek to do later on tonight too. Making one of the Boo Brothers. Boo Brothers. Waylon Todd says Angela Curry, WOT Watt. What does that mean? KFC. That food's so good. Share the recipe. There's some weird language being spoken in the chat that I don't really recognize. There's a white Marvel Wraith Skull Eater. Yeah, he's called the Ghost Rider.
That's what I could put the moon right up
that's
here.
Right. Dan's got his little moon ball toy. I want to get one of those. It has here, turn it to blue or something so we can see the texture, Dan.
Hang on a second.
Is that the moon?
Yeah, look at it.
Cool.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool? Yes, I want one.
It's got those surface craters and stuff
now
on
it's
it.
Mars.
There you go. Look at that. Yeah. Dan has cool little weird toys. I don't know where he gets them.
That's my favorite right there.
Yeah, right there, the blue one. That's right.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
See, now the horse looks black. See?
Yeah.
It was it's designed to be a blacklight drawing.
Dude, no, it looks like a white horse at night.
Now it's radioactive.
So
How
Dan,
are you doing that? It's an orb.
He's doing it with his mind.
Yeah. It's magic. This is actually a speaker. You play music through it or something. You can play your iPhone through it. So it's even more cool stuff with it. Just when you thought it was enough, you guys were thrilled with just the moon. You can walk on the surface of the moon. Look at that.
That's awesome. That looks like the Krypton right then.
Yeah, you're right.
Remember from the
yes
Christopher Reeves one?
Yeah, they probably used this thing right here.
I was thinking if you turn that red light on, and then you get like a little Buck Rogers action figure with an alien, you can recreate that Frazetta cover. You recolored that, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that was that horrible coloring that they did for the.
Call it, Aaron.
All right. David says he wants to go eat some fried chicken, so we're gonna wrap this up.
I did not say it, and I definitely didn't say it like that.
All right, so here we go. Here's what I'm accomplishing so far.
And could you reiterate what this is for?
Thank you, Gary. This is everybody that ordered yesterday in the first 24 hours, but till midnight last night, I guess first 10 hours, but ordered by midnight last night. And I have a cutoff line, number 393 was the last order that came in. And so then we're going to do like a lottery, and one of those 393 people that ordered before midnight last night will win this for free. And I will ship it out right away as soon as I get it done, of course. I will be revealing the winner on the Sunday show, so you want to check that out.
It'll be the special illustration of Wraith with no pants.
Yes, that's it. I'm going to erase everything else. You can't really, my camera's not really sharpening on that line work in there, but it's very.
We can see it. It's almost like dry brush.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. There's a little bit of Gibson in there. There's a little bit of Clement Cole. It's not really Wrightsony. I mean, it is, I guess, a little bit, but it's kind of got that old sort of ink illustration feel to it, which I wasn't necessarily intending, but the brush itself that I'm using, or the tool, the Zig calligraphy pen, actually sort of made it that way, and so I'm kind of leaning into it.
Aaron, could you help me out? Help me out with his I don't say outfit or costume. Is he wearing a mask?
Yeah, and well, he's got a scarf around his neck, and he's wearing a Australian doggone it, what are those Australian sheep herding coats? They have the flaps
duster.
On them. Duster, thank you. He's wearing a duster that kind of turns into sort of a cape, kind of.
Okay, so it is a duster, but it's kind of torn up, a little tattered.
Yeah, so this is like the flap, that the shoulder flap right here, and some of it's here.
Okay. So it has the layered shoulder thing.
Right, and then he has a scarf running right around his neck here that kind of blows off this way and covers up part of the flap over here. And then this coat is sort of a little bit of a coat, a little bit of a cape. It's almost mystical in a strange way. So maybe we'll find out more about that.
It's amazing the effects you can achieve without drugs.
Well, I kind of just, it's like McFarlane, right? Whenever he did a cape, it was always 6 miles long. And I was like, when I was a younger artist, I was like, you can't have the super long cape because it would get in the way, and you get super practical. And then you start going, wait a minute, I'm being dumb here. This is
Who did the long, was it Neil Adams that did the super long cape?
Yeah, I'm not.
Brought in the Batman.
He did, but nothing like McFarlane ever did.
Did you see that, Aaron? The one-page cartoon that Wrightson did of Batman with a really long cape, and he jumps off a building, and then it gets caught on a lamp pole, and he hangs himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's right. I mean, it doesn't work in reality, but we're not really dealing with reality.
But it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool, and that's what you're after.
Right.
Let's see what David's got going on here with his big, thick marker. His big, thick marker.
No comment.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's
Big black
pens, too.
Big black stick.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Henry Bemis says the good old girthy marker. Oh, well, David, that's very good. This show always sort of crumbles, doesn't it? It's like
It's because we can't help it.
that's right.
You get
Spaceman
slap
saying,
happy. That's what happens.
"Come on."
You
Yeah, it is. I'm already like rummy from not having enough sleep, so it doesn't take much to get me going here.
I think this
Okay.
image, that'd make a cool T-shirt.
Yeah, like rock and roll, man. A little heavy metal. Okay, let's take a look at. That's very good, David. Thank you. Let's take a look at Dan Lawless's White Horse.
Very nice.
Okay.
It comes with sound effects. That's not a horse. You're hitting two coconuts together.
It's a wonderful horse,
Horsey.
and it's a wonderful white horse. And I want to thank you for your
You're
participation.
gonna be sorry when I get this in the Photoshop.
Yeah.
you're gonna be sorry.
I can't wait to see it because right now I'm seeing Wraith of God in a gray outfit riding a white horse.
Yeah.
See, now that's even a better T-shirt. A picture of Dan with the caption, "You're going to be sorry."
When I get it into Photoshop, it's like when your father comes home. It's for me. It's like when I get this into Photoshop, you're gonna be sorry. Wait till your father shows you Photoshop.
It's actually a really, really nice piece.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a great horse. It's unfortunate that it's so inaccurate to the source material, but
Not canon, obviously.
Wow.
Welcome to Graybeard's, Dan.
Drag you
Yeah,
down
Yeah,
with
but
one
I need to actually. The guy doesn't. Another reason I got to bring into Photoshop. I can size that dude up a little bit bigger.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Oh
true.
gosh, what I
no.
just say.
That's true.
size him up.
You can't say
Oh.
anything, right?
No, Malin would
I can make
love
him
that.
bigger. Oh god.
It's a great piece, Dan.
It is.
I don't know what it's supposed to represent, but it is a really
I
nice.
don't know
piece.
what character it is, but it's a great.
How can I say this anyway? I can't say I can enlarge the guy. I can't say I make him bigger.
Oh my gosh. This is why you watch this show, folks. This is exactly why. Oh my gosh. We have a big audience today. Please, you guys hit the like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, or at least that's what they tell me. We thank you guys for being here. We appreciate your contributions to the show. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you for the super chats. I think I got them all. I want to make sure real quick here that I didn't miss anything. No, I think we got them all. So we're good. I would remind everybody to go ahead and back Fearsome by David Williams and Ethan Van Sciver. I want you to check out Dan's Lawless's YouTube channel with the great tutorials and stuff. You want to subscribe to that, get him on there. And also check out my Wraith of God 3 Fear Hollow campaign, which just opened yesterday. Links are
Can
in
you
the
run
script.
through it once more? Just that'd be nice. Just to, I mean, if you could do a quickie run, just to show people, and in case anyone just tuned in.
In case anybody just tuned in. See, Dan's my agent.
Yeah, we need to see an update.
Yeah, here we go. All right. So there it is, Wraith of God 3, Fear Hollow, folks. It's in its short, it's Wraith and Esther versus the Headless Horseman with some extra villainy poured in there for good measure. But you have 4 cover options. Cover A.
How do you decide which cover? I mean, come on, they're all fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, because the ones that are novelty covers become the are not the main cover. They become the variants.
No, I'm saying if you're buying these as a customer, how do you decide which one of them? They're all great.
That's why you get all 4, Dan.
Yeah, I'm setting them up. You.
I didn't
Don't
know.
fight me on this.
I know I screwed it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, Aaron, what you're saying is, I know what you're thinking. Which one do I get?
Get them all. Great painted cover by Chris Stevens.
And that's
there's some
fantastic.
artwork by David Williams. It'll be in a backup story.
Of course, that's fantastic.
Yep. Wraith of God Nouveau print as an add-on. Roughs Volume 3. That's the layouts for the pages for the issues. So that's always fun to kind of look behind the scenes and see what the layouts look like compared to what the finished pages look like. Nightclub shot glass. That's our 4th shot glass in the series of 6. So we've had the Wraith shot glass, Garbage Man, Kit Carter, and now the Nightclub.
Can I be the bouncer at the nightclub?
You can be. Wraith of God poker chips. Those are fun. Get a commemorative set of those 3 right there. Wraith, Esther, and the Werewolf by Dale Keown. And then, of course, you can still get back issues if you missed Wraith 1 or Wraith 2. I'm going to add some more original art on here later, probably tonight if I get a minute. So anyway,
each book is at least 80 pages. That's four comics in one book.
Yeah, you're getting these are serious graphic novels. They're like a 4-issue miniseries, most cases, 3 to 4 issue miniseries. And I guarantee the Wraith story will be at least 64 pages, and then of course you'll have the backup by David in there. So yeah, this is going to be another 80+ page book by the time it's all said and done, I'm sure. So a good value, I think, for your buck. So
very much so.
The links in the description of this video. Appreciate you guys backing already and supporting it. Please spread the word on social media and stuff about it for me. That'd be a great help to get this thing out there so more people can experience it and enjoy it. And the more people that back, the more often we're able to do this kind of stuff. So thank you guys very much. And that'll do it for today's episode of Graybeard's Studio. We'll see you next week right here. Thanks, guys.
See y'all.